2nd of February, negative 25 degrees Celsius. I'm hiking to the tallest point in my country that can be climbed by feet, 4,500-meter peak. Let's get to the juice straight away. We've successfully climbed the peak. I see first 2 guys going down, but I see to the left, 600 meters down, one helps another as if he broke the leg. I'm like shocked. I see there's definitely something wrong with it, and I see the couloir like right to me. And it was so cool to slide down from it. I didn't understand what's happening. I was just full of adrenaline, and I just crossed the gap to that couloir and I started sliding. When I realized that I can't stop. That couloir was full of ice, firm snow that just don't let you stop. I was just sliding down uncontrollably, and the worst part, there were rocks down the couloir. So I realized I'm done. If I don't do the right step, I'm just gonna die. With the will of God, I survived. But what happened to that guy that broke the leg? He actually crushed his head on the rock. No, he hasn't died, but rescuers came, 7 people getting him down, 2,000 meters of elevation gain. I injured my leg too, so I couldn't work for a whole week. I lost basically a week of work because of that. And the main point I'm leading to is not anything related to hiking, but productivity. I lost a week of work, but you do that all the time. No, you're not falling from the couloir, but you're productive maximum 50% in a week. You live in a little of fog. You just don't know what you're getting done today or tomorrow. How you gonna expect to get results, to get money online, when you basically don't know the basics of productivity? Now, I've just been there. So I started making 3x or 4x more work than in 2023, 2024. So right now, I can give you a full blueprint for 2025 that you just need to copy. We're starting with setting goals. Though it's April, I wanted to ask you one question. How did your 2024 go? Did it go as expected? Think about your accomplishments. What have you actually done that year that you can be proud of? Now another question. What would you double down on in 2025? What's the thing that actually matters for you right now? And I can bet $100,000 that you set the goal of something like get 10,000 views next year, get on 10K a month with this business model, or bulk 10 kilos of pure muscle, cut to 10% body fat. Something like that. Everyone do that, but actually no one does that right, because no one actually knows how to set right goals. There are output-based goals, there are input-based goals, and you always put output-based goals, like the result, the material status thing, like money, like views, like subs count. But actually, you're just an idiot. You don't control them. What you do control is what's inside of you, how much work you actually put into the thing. Everyone set goals, but actually only 10% of them achieve their goals. The rest 90% just thinks they're bad and give up. That's probably you. How much business models you've switched, how much things you've switched to try something new because you were bad in the last thing. Now the actionable step. Always set input-based goals, realistic, achievable, and not skippable. Like there ain't no way you're not achieving them, because that's just how you work. When you do control the thing, it's so easy to get it done, because that's just reliant on you. You can control it, you can measure it. So the next time you want to set goals about your channel, about your YouTube channel, I think this video is made for solopreneurs that try to build their personal brand, they're trying to be productive. So your goal is something about getting your first client or getting 1,000 subs. I understand that. Now flip the goal. What is it? Working first thing in the morning on my YouTube channel for 1.5 or 2 hours, 5 days a week. Now you won't have no excuses if you select on your goal, because that's absolutely achievable. You will get results by not even looking at them, because you're just looking at what you're getting done, which is the healthiest way. But what's more healthy? Actually understanding your day, feeling it. You need to play the game of snakes and ladders. Your day now is unproductive. You don't even know what productivity means, so you're just wasting your time. There's definitely like 3 or 4 hours when you just waste them or nothing. You just don't know where they've gone. You have some tasks for the day, but there's a gap between them. 5 hours lost easily. You're growing, you need to control it in order to get results. Be aware of your time around the clock. There's definitely something wrong with your day that you can fix by just looking at it, by just understanding what you're getting done wrong. And there's the action step. Write down your day as it goes. Get the layout of the day. Find those snakes to replace them with letters. I know the game is not played like that, but let's simplify it. You don't need to make a to-do list. You just wake up and you live naturally your day. As you do each thing in a day, you write it down. You just woke up, you write down the time you woke up. You do the next thing, you write down as you do the next thing, as you finish it, right? When you come up to the next, you get it done, you write it down. That's the method that will show you what you actually do, with no to-do lists, with no schedules, just how your day goes. Because that's usually how your day goes, right? You don't always set your goals, you don't always feel like a robot just going from task to task. So that's the most realistic approach. And when you've done it, you'll just see how much BS is in your day, how much things you can replace, how much things you can just remove. Your day can be 300% more productive. Right from the look at it, bro. Do that for 3 days. I know you won't close this video and do that, but when you watch till the end, just write it down. Put an alarm for the next day to not forget it. It's more important than you think it is. Let's imagine you've done it. Now you have to create a perfect day, perfect system. How would your day look like if it fulfilled all crucial parts of your life: money, physique, personal life, health, wealth, relationships, hobbies, friends. How would your day look like if you needed to please all of those parts of your life? Because productivity is not about grinding anymore. It's about getting balance. It's about balance, bro. It's about getting all of those things. It's about feeling happy. I need you to understand that grinding is not the way. Balance is what you have to go for. When you're working super deeply, but then you're resting super deeply, not even thinking about work, there's a system for that. What is your perfect day, in your opinion? Rest actually matters more than work. Because if you have a high quality rest, you're gonna wake up fresh next day. And that freshness allows you to work deeply. Deep work is what we need to do in the morning. That will make us 5 times more results. Actually, why it matters? Because there is a discipline debt explained by Charlie Morgan. You can't always go in discipline because you have a battery per day. And if you're overworking, you get a debt from your future self, from your tomorrow you. Every single day you have 100%. But if you overwork, it comes up to something like 120%. And you take those 20 from the future you. So future you wakes up with 80%. You've just stolen it. Now he's gonna do his usual amount of work, but he needs that the rest 20%. So he takes it from the future self. Now you've done your basic amount, but the future you will wake up with 80%, and now he's absolutely cooked. That's discipline debt you take up from your future self when you overwork. Structured rest will cure it. Perfect day consists of laying down in the evening and doing nothing. Of doing something super unproductive, like watching a movie, like chatting with your friends, like, I don't know, jerk off. But not work. The action step for that part: only have 2 blocks a day, and they must be 4 hours in total maximum. 4 hours of work a day. That's all. That's all you need. 2 hours of deep work, 2 hours of shallow work. Deep work is that one task that you know is gonna actually move the business, that is hard. You need to know about chunking. What is shallow work? Editing, making thumbnails, writing down ideas. So would it be reasonable for you to wake up one day and just do all of the recording? Just record 3 or 4 videos. And then for shallow editing, edit for all of that time. But the next day, wake up and just script 3 or 4 videos. For shallow work, you just make 5 or 6 thumbnails. That's when you're chunking. Because when you're switching from task to task, you're losing energy. Your mind needs to completely switch to another task, which takes up 15 to 20 minutes. And when you switch from editing to scripting to recording to editing, it takes up so much time and energy. It would just be reasonable for you to sit down and do one type of task. That's some advanced shit that actually makes you productive. But actually the last step is basically the most important one. Essentialism. Do what only matters to you. Meaningful day is when you do nothing else but just something that moves towards your goal. Your life right now is not even related to achieving your goals. Let's be honest. Like, your goals are something about positive stuff, or something about productive stuff, but you're basically wasting half of your day. That's at least 50% of wasted potential. But let's imagine that you set the right achievable goals and all of your day is just about achieving that. It's just about getting to that point. Imagine how meaningful is that. Did you get the feeling when you're in some tournament, when you're actually winning it, when you're prepping for it, meaningfully training for months and months, coming to the ring and just getting the first place? How happy you were. You fulfill your goal. Now you do that every single fucking day. Every single day. Imagine I wake up and every single day I do something towards my goal. There's basically not a single thing that does not move me to my goal. Unless it's some emergency, unless it's some random shit that pops up throughout the day. But I plan it that way, so I have everything just moving towards my goal. And I delegate, cancel, remove things that just are not about my goals. Things that eat up your time and energy. Keep in mind, your energy is limited. In order to move closer to your goal, you need to have so much energy. But when you're signing up to side courses, when you're watching some videos about dropshipping, some lectures about philosophy, I know they're cool and they're actually super useful. But you have a goal, bro. You just need to read that book about your thing. You just need to make videos about that one thing. You don't need side things. You don't need degenerate friends. You don't need to socialize more and more. It creates burden when you're not doing something aligned with your goals. I want you to actually listen to me. Spend as little time as possible on things that are not moving to your goals. They're not the essentials. You have essentials in your life. 3 or 4 things that you know are good for you. And relaxing. Relaxing is also a part of that. So I've basically structured your life for you. Health, wealth, relationships, hobbies. You have brain points. Just spend 10 brain points in the other direction. They're wasted. Now you have 10 less brain points on thing that actually matters. We don't spend 10 brain points on something else. We spend 50. We spend 100. We argue with no reason with our friends. We just go and do some random shit that is not related. If you read the book Essentialism, you'll get the point even clearer. Now you know how to be productive in 2025. Now if you want to double or triple results in your business by being more productive, you need to click on the link below, book a call with me, we can talk about it.